I'm Sydney Radka, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. We are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio. It is September 15th already, and today we are joined by Jim Sinicropi, Nitosha Fingar, and Tiffany Phillips of Seneca Farms in Penn Yan, which I'm so excited to get to. Today's show, though, is brought to you by Seneca Falls Country Club, and they say that fall golf is the best golf.
Who says?
I don't know. The people from Seneca Falls Country Club.
I think it is. I love playing golf in the fall. It's the best season.
I would have a thought that you probably put that, but I'm just reading what I was told to read. So they say you can book your tee times online at Seneca Falls Country Club. You says that you can book it at SenecaFallsCountryClub.com, and you can enjoy the crisp autumn air and colors of the fall on a lakeside setting at Seneca Falls Country Club. You can stay for lunch or dinner, and be sure to check out all the specials that they're having for the Buffalo Bills game, every single one this season. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's crazy, I already have to say this, but they're booking for holiday parties, so reserve your date today. More information can be found, again, at SenecaFallsCountryClub.com. So yeah, fall golf, it's a perfect time. Light jacket, not too hot, not too cold.
Yep.
I agree.
Beautiful foliage.
But back to the stars of the show. We are so happy to have you guys here from Seneca Farms in Penn Yan. Are you excited to be here?
Of course.
I'm really excited because it's Seneca Farms. Anybody that's from around here, it's legendary. It's been around forever.
Thank you.
Legendary fried chicken. Yeah. Other items are great too. I like to get the trash plate. I don't know exactly. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, we call it the pig's plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pig's plate.
And the ice cream is unbelievable. So we make the trip from Seneca Falls specifically at least a couple times in the summer just to get ice cream and dinner.
Nice.
And then whenever we're out that way, we like to work it into Penn Yan.
Disclaimer. I've never been to Seneca Farms, so I think that's why I'm 10 times more excited, right? And I told my husband that you guys were coming on, and he was like, oh my God, he went to Cuca, so he's like, I was there 2 times a week, every single week for, however many years, for the 4 years that he was there. And I was like, and you still never thought to, take me there? We've talked about it.
It's always crowded. When you go there, there's, kids showing up after a game, Penn Yan students or athletes, Little League, and then there's families. It's just great, and it's big. It's plenty of place to spread out, a lot of outdoor seating, and it's awesome.
It's not that I haven't heard of it. I heard of it 1,000,001 times. It was just that I literally have never gone down there. And I think, the first thing we should talk about, we have a lot of cool facts that we're going to talk about, but you guys just had something awesome happen regarding all 50 states. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So the last couple years we've gotten a map, and then when a license plate comes in, we mark it off, and we've gotten closer and closer. Well, last year with COVID, we got the closest within 4, and then this year we got all 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska.
That's crazy.
Which is insane. But the last one to get was, I always say it was
Idaho.
I was going to say Iowa. See, I know.
Wow.
It was Idaho.
So, and it was we had all of them except for a long time, 4 weeks, almost.
And we didn't mix.
It was a long time, 3 weeks. We were waiting for Idaho.
I'm like, 4 weeks doesn't seem like a long time at all to be
well,
like,
you're waiting for one state.
Yeah, that's true. So that just happened a week or 2 ago?
We got Idaho Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So do you have this map on display?
We
or
did.
is it something?
So we've never had the map on display.
It was more something we did in the back end.
Our longtime employee, Brenda Hansen, came up with the idea during COVID because we were getting so many license plates and so many things,
so we
and people, of course, really weren't supposed to be traveling, but they were coming from everywhere. And so she came up with the idea, and that year we actually got Great Britain, and they brought it over on but we didn't get Alaska, we didn't get Hawaii, a few places obviously we never expected to get.
Right.
So this year, maybe beginning of August, we got Hawaii, and that couple had actually retired from Hawaii and brought their car over, and so you have to actually have a license plate. You can't just show up and say, well, I'm from there.
Right.
So she went out and she got the map, and we displayed it on the wall, and we put a thing saying, we need Idaho. And it was a Friday night of Labor Day weekend. Somebody came in, and she was standing there just waiting for her food by the map, and she goes, well, I'm from Idaho.
Well, do you have a car?
Do you have a car? Crazy.
Right.
I was like, well, are you from Idaho or you have a car? She's like, I have 2 cars. So we went down, we took pictures, and again, I'm sure she thought we were crazy, but
that's so awesome.
Yeah, Idaho, famous potatoes. That's what it said on her license plate.
Of course it would. That's hilarious.
Right.
That is a big thing. Like even like you said, Alaska, Hawaii. You just wouldn't think that they would probably come down to little old Penn Yan. Like that's
and the Hawaii
awesome.
people told us we were their first stop.
Oh wow!
They said we were, I think the husband, was originally like from here, the area. And
okay, yeah.
Well, it's like I said, when if we know we're going to be passing through Penn Yan, the first thing is, do we have a chance to stop at Seneca Farms? And I'm sure that all these folks that travel regularly, it becomes a destination or something to look forward to when they're coming. It's that good and that unique.
Such a disgrace.
It's you can make a drive out there. It'll take you half an hour.
I go through Penn Yan every other weekend, pretty much. Like,
well,
but I'm on
Seneca
the other
Farms.
side of the lake, and I never think to go like the other way. When
It's right on the north end of Keuka Lake.
Well, now I'm sure once I try all this, because I've only heard a million things. But what some of the other things that I think are really cool is like this building. The owner now, he's had it for 40 years?
Yeah, so 76, I think, was when our dad purchased it. But it was like a long time, like 1950s it was built. It was used to be a dairy and ice creamery at the time. Okay. And they like delivered milk. And, we have pictures of, all these people who are in the community now, like working there and the menus and all that stuff.
And then the first thing was making ice cream. That was one of the first things that came out of the dairy.
Right, yes. Ice cream and milk for sure. And then, and then they changed owners and it became Perry's after a while. And then when our dad bought it, he started making ice cream again. He went to Penn State and did like a 7-day course or something. And
I want to go to that.
Right. Yeah. They have a great creamery there. So, so then we started making the homemade ice cream again. And that was still 40 years ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
And you guys remember growing up there as kids?
Oh, yeah.
We lived literally right next door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. So, like, did you know growing up you're like, I'm going to work here, this is what I'm going to do? Or did you guys have different paths that you took and came back?
Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't have a choice. Our dad was basically like, this is what you're going to do. You're not.
I went to college for like a semester, I think. I was like, maybe I'll try something else. And
right?
I did FLCC, but I went for business. And then.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, but that's kind of cool, too, to know, like, growing, you're like, all right, like, I kind of already have a plan set for me if I want to do that. But you guys.
I think sometimes, though, it just falls into place. You're like, I don't know what I want to do with my life.
Right.
Like, here I am.
And here I am making. Do you guys do anything on the back end? Do you make any of the, like, what are your titles? Do you have?
So we do everything. Titles? So I make the ice cream. And
our dad retired a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So are you guys like the top dogs now?
Yeah. No, for
Great
sure.
staff there, though. Every time I've gone, you have younger kids working, or I assume some are Keuka students, some are high school students. It's just that type of like Americana, feel like frozen in time type of deal.
Yeah, we try really hard with our staff. We're really, really lucky. We've had some people that I said have been there a really long time. My sister now makes ice cream with, his name's Christian. He's been there for...
Since he was 16.
Yeah.
A long time.
Since he was like 16, at least 18 years.
Wow,
and
amazing.
He makes ice cream with her now. My dad was always the ice cream maker before that. I kind of run the kitchen end, and like I said, I have Brenda who started the whole thing with the 50 States Up.
Yeah.
And she has been phenomenal for us. So we each kind of she runs kind of the ice cream stuff, and I run kind of the kitchen side of it.
What a life. I love it.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about ice cream and our ice cream's starting to melt here, what do we have here to taste? Let's get into this.
Let's do the ice cream.
Okay, I don't know what is in everyone's dishes, but we do have grape pie.
Okay, that's going to be the purple one.
Yes, right. So that's kind of why I started there. So that's made with like Welch's, so it's local grapes, which is great because Welch's is all...
Ice cream is I can have ice cream every single day. And fried chicken. I mean, I can have both. So I'm going to try this grape ice cream.
Delicious.
Jim loves grapes.
I do love grape pie. I love Concord grapes. I love, and this,
wow.
On you have Penn Yan, and then you go a little further, you have Naples, which is known for their grape pie. So it's a perfect fit for.
So is this like a seasonal
Correct.
thing?
We just only do that in the fall.
It would make sense too to go with it. Literally, like it tastes just like I'm eating frozen grapes. Pretty much, it's amazing.
And then I think in the dish with that, at least in yours, it looks like it's apple crisp. I guess I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness!
Apple crisp?
Yeah. which is great right now because in the Finger Lakes area, I mean, if you go, there's, pick the apples and, all the...
Stop.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So, this tastes like a mix of Captain Crunch or something maybe
of the cinnamon crunch.
Oh, okay.
Cinnamon toast
which is her favorite,
Yes.
right? And that's what it's called. I don't remember.
Cinnamon toast crunch.
Right, but that's what it tastes just like cinnamon toast crunch, right?
I definitely
that's
have
her
cinnamon
favorite
toast
ice cream
crunch
of all time. So
that's amazing.
It's not your average ice cream. Like you said, it's made there. There's a lot of creameries now in the Finger Lakes. Cuba Lake Creamery is pretty well known, but this is one of the originals. And when you go, there's literally, I don't know how many flavors you have, a lot, right?
Yeah, we have 32 at all times, but we have like over 50 that we rotate.
32 at all times. How many of them are seasonal out of that? Like, do you pick like a few?
I would say like 15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Do you have like brainstorming sessions where you come up
I
with
mean,
like,
I guess,
new
but it's
ideas?
harder than you'd think because...
I'm sure.
I don't know, to get all the ingredients together.
Yeah, not everything translates to ice cream.
Yeah, and you have to worry about
does.
things being soggy, and but we're pretty lucky. I mean, we make the ice cream every week, so it's like probably almost the freshest ice cream you're gonna get. It's made right on location, which a lot of people don't know. We make it right in that building, so
I'm so mad.
Really, which is not a huge building.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot there.
So we make it and then throw it in the freezer.
Yep.
And
There's
you must have a lot.
deep freeze,
it must be
and then
floor to ceiling full of ice cream.
pretty much sometimes
See if
anyway.
this is the apple
but then there's a
pie.
pumpkin somewhere too. I don't know.
Pumpkin
all those.
ice cream. That must
This
be
one's
ice cream.
definitely not the cinnamon, but this is apple.
If it has a crust, yeah, it's the apple.
So good. They're like so, like you said, good and fresh. And
Perfect.
yeah, where I'm from, I have limited options of ice cream places, and maybe I'll have to take the 45-minute drive every week. And listen, I see why you went twice a week now, TJ. I'm gonna punch him. Hopefully,
Like I said, sometimes my daughter will say, "I want to go to Seneca Farms." We live here in Seneca Falls, just about a half-hour drive probably to get to Penn Yan, and we're like, "Okay, let's hop in the car." Love it.
Perfect.
So-
Thank you.
besides the ice cream, obviously, you do the fried chicken, which is like the staple too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
these
for
are
sure,
the two
For sure.
Right.
main
Our
things that
menu's very big, but the fried chicken and the ice cream is
Right.
definitely the...
Yeah.
Because
a few
it's
years
the
ago, we
perfect-
came in like 11th in all the country for fried chicken.
Should have come in first because it's the perfect fried chicken.
I can't wait. I didn't even grab us forks, so we're gonna
Well,
have
you eat
to
fried chicken with your hands.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
not the big ones. I mean,
Come on, pick it
gonna
up,
be-
dig in.
I'm gonna definitely. So, okay, you guys have been there your whole life, right?
Whole lives, yeah.
Do you still eat the fried chicken and the ice cream as much
Every
as
day.
you once did? You did. Okay, so it's that good. I got the perfect piece.
I'll eat dinner and still have like a chicken leg on my way home, out the door.
And the corn fritters are great. You can always get some corn fritters on the side.
Yep.
Well,
I did think afterwards we should have brought some corn fritters, and we did not. But my grandmother came up with the corn fritter recipe. 40 years ago, my dad got it, and a lot of our stuff is stuck with that.
That's
A
amazing.
lot of things are homemade still there.
That was going to be my next
Constantly.
question. Do you have do you have something that, from the very beginning started and is still on the menu? Would it be those corn fritters, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. I'm sure your dad is like so happy to see, the generations and still
American
being in
dream.
the family. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
when I go, I do have trouble because, like I said, I think the last time I was there, I had the pig plate with it's the traditional garbage trash plate. But to do that, I had to not get the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's always a
Decisions.
tough decision. You could always get both, but let's get,
You know what's amazing to me is you guys had to travel, obviously, to us with this, and it's still just as good. And I can't imagine when you're getting it right hot off the plate, Yeah.
It travels well. We're lucky.
We hear that a lot, actually, because I'm always worried about that.
Well,
I was worried about what it's going to be like when people get it home an hour or so later, because they do travel from so far. And
Do
they're
you-
like, it
yeah.
keeps up surprisingly well.
Yeah. And we didn't even have to heat it up, and it's still really warm. So
Yeah.
whatever you guys are doing, it's working.
You did a great job during COVID of,
Yes.
being available. And if more than once we came, we got in the line of cars was really long during
know.
COVID.
Yeah, it got
Yeah.
pretty
But
crazy.
it was worth the wait. And then we'd pull over and eat in the parking lot in the car.
Yeah.
We were also lucky enough to have so much outdoor space, like you mentioned
yeah.
earlier. We have like a pavilion area, other seating. We have like just down an embankment. We have like other, picnic tables. And so we're just really lucky to have a lot of space where I think a lot of restaurants struggled during that time.
And I mean, it's like we've had some people say like some businesses obviously didn't do as well in COVID, and you guys were lucky enough to be able to have a business that can do well. So I'm sure that your staff really appreciated that, and people supported locally, I'm guessing, throughout that time.
Will you close it all?
No.
So you just kept
So we are seasonal.
We opened in March. So we opened like the 1st of March, and the shutdown came like 2 weeks later, probably. Yeah. And it's funny because to think back, like had the shutdown come before then, we wouldn't have opened.
Yeah.
We would have just assumed we were going to suffer very badly, and we would have just been waiting, because what did they say? It was going to be like a 14-day shutdown. Well,
here we are.
So we would have just like waited, and we wouldn't have opened, but we were already open, so we said, well, we'll see what we can do. And we were, like I said, that's when we kind of started the 50 states, and people were coming.
We'd done it before, just like on a tally, I don't know, but that's when we got them,
the map. And,
I feel like people are going to love to see that too, though, that map now.
Right, well, hopefully they come and we can get it sooner.
I still can't believe all 50. That's like an accomplishment. I wonder if there's any other establishments around the Finger Lakes that have that.
No.
Like
maybe some wineries might, but I find it hard to believe.
A lot of places have like the maps where you can put the pins in and see like where you came. But like I said, for us it wasn't like where you were from. It was what license plate you actually had, and that it wasn't a rental car.
Well, it ended up a game for the employees too. It was like something fun for us all to do and for them to do, and they would. And at the time, like we're delivering food to people's cars,
right?
Yeah, like specifically, last year. So it was like so it was like running through the parking lot and the kids having fun. And
you're right, that lady must have thought you guys were crazy, because I feel like everybody in the
they
store
were like,
they
were all
there. It's like, what did you say?
Well, I just want to point out, the fried chicken's amazing. Yeah, obviously, the breading and is what makes fried chicken, but the quality of the cut of the chicken. Like a lot of times you go, like let's just say you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, it smells good and kind of looks good, but the chicken, look at the white meat in there. It's just really good. It always is. Good. And then is the breading some sort of family recipe?
Kinda.
Kind of. So we make our own liquid batter.
Okay.
That is our own family recipe. The breading batter we buy, and it is actually pretty hard to come by. It's a special order. It's a special order. It's only out of a company up in Syracuse.
Don't tell the secret.
I know. I'm like,
they're like the only ones that do it, and you have to go through them to get.
But we get local. I mean, we're pretty, like you said, the meat. We do local.
The meat is from Dudley Poultry,
right in Middlesex.
So we stay as local as we can
daily.
With a lot of our things.
Wow,
as much as we can.
But like you say, back to the KFC, like our pieces of meat are big. You know what I mean? It's definitely a different quality for sure. But
when she brought it out, I was like, "Holy! I'm gonna be eating my whole lunch. Like I'm saving the better piece on my plate right now so I can eat it in peace with not everybody watching me." So you said you're seasonal. When does your season end this year?
So we are closing October 24th.
So there's only a little bit of time.
Yeah, like 6 weeks. Yeah.
Do you do anything special like right before the closing, or it's just like
So not really. That weekend we usually have a discount, like 10% Friday, 20% Saturday, and then we're usually not even open by that Sunday. Yeah. So if you're planning to come, I would.
Everything.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. And then we get pre-orders for the ice cream particularly.
Yeah, we take pre-orders for...
people come and buy enough half gallons to fill their freezer through the winter time.
Right.
And they will say, I'll run into them in the grocery store and they'll say, we had this on Thanksgiving. We had this on Christmas. And
that's honestly amazing.
Or cakes. We do ice cream cakes as well, and they'll get ice cream cakes.
And I have actually had people freeze the chicken and freeze the corn fritters.
Oh, okay.
And then tell me come March how it worked out for them.
Jeez, you probably are like, I don't know.
Just like, go ahead, I guess. You can try it. But,
which is, again, when we open. So we're closed.
Yeah, the last weekend in October usually to the first weekend in March.
And you guys do what during that time? Is that just like,
rest?
Finally I can relax? Or do you go and do random things that...
No. So we used to travel a lot back when our dad wasn't retired. We traveled a lot of places. We were very, very lucky. So I always tried to tell our staff, you can go do that and do these things and take advantage of it. But now we
We work, but it's definitely different. It's not nights, it's not weekends. It's at your own pace. It's at your own time.
Right. Oh, I'm sure you still have to do some work.
there's just stuff to do, but not necessarily nearly what you're doing full season. Last year we took the winter off, basically. I don't feel like we did much.
That's okay, though. I feel like you guys deserve it.
I felt like
you've been doing this, like I said, it's a staple. Just because I haven't been there doesn't mean that I haven't heard about it my whole life.
It's a must visit.
Yeah.
And we just opened a new store. It's like across the street from where we are. It's an old gas station that was there for 30 years vacant. And we tried to do this about 15, 17 years ago. And but then we had a fire at our store.
Oh, wow.
That gave us a setback. But we're very lucky to have doubled the store, double our sales, so.
Wow. And you just did that this year?
Yeah, so it's like a Finger Lakes and Seneca Farms apparel, convenience items.
Awesome.
Mugs and T-shirts and...
Of course.
Yeah, all your stickers, all your necessities. So
all those 50 states, they need to come and go on that.
To me, it's one of those things that, if you're visiting the Finger Lakes for, 7 to 10 day vacation or whatever it is, it's a must itinerary item. Like, you got to go. Otherwise, you're not getting the full Finger Lakes experience. I think you got to go down to Naples and try some different grape pies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a must see. But then, obviously, like this is a one of a kind place.
It is. What was your favorite taste of ice cream out of these bowls just now?
I like the grape because it was kind of unique. You don't get grape ice cream a lot, but they were all good. And again, you'll find something you like. There's a lot of flavors right there, and that's just the homemade, the soft serve. They have soft serve as well, flurries and everything that you'd expect. Milkshakes and floats and.
That's nice.
But
I think I'm with you though on that. The Captain Crunch. That's like
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast. I'm sorry. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, when Sydney told me you were coming in, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Because I've silently gone and enjoyed it. I wouldn't have. It's great to have you guys here, and I get to have some fried chicken.
I know, it's a win-win for us. What's your favorite?
Heath Bar Crunch.
Okay. So
I like the toffee. I like how it secretly seeps into the vanilla.
Ooh.
I feel like it's something people wouldn't choose, but
the process of making the ice cream, is it to you almost like therapeutic at this time, or is it like chaotic?
I don't know if it's chaotic, but by this time in the year, I'm kind of
gotta make the ice cream.
Like here comes another gallon.
Right, I'm like, oh yay, one batch less to the year.
You should do something where you have like a list to now I'm like thinking you did the tally of everybody in the states, and now it's like which state's favorite ice cream, like they all have to pick which one.
At least for the license plate we get, that person gets a pick.
Right, you're like, and then if there's a couple of them. Did you have more than one person from Nebraska, or was it the one?
We did.
Probably, but I think
we had multiple people from Nebraska. We had multiple people from Nevada.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Multiple people from California.
Right.
More than one from Montana, Colorado, the places that are farther away that you wouldn't think. I guess obviously we have tons of Connecticut, Maryland.
Yeah, all the Northeast.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean,
the quality of this chicken, though, I mean, it's so juicy. Like it came out of the fryer probably 45 minutes ago at least.
Oh, yeah, easy.
And it's still juicy. It's warm, and it's just such high quality. It's just pure white meat. It's great. It's really good. Usually fried chicken, you like the crust.
Yeah,
right.
I love
meat's
it all.
an afterthought, but
Yeah.
It's equal parts good here. This is the best fried chicken you can get, I think, in the world, because you can't get better than this.
Jim is obsessed.
Yeah, I know. You can just do the whole show yourself.
Right?
Sorry.
just
So
brought
you
you.
don't even need us.
What's today? Today's the 15th. So you have about a little bit over a month to get to Seneca Farms. I'm telling this to myself. I'm telling this to TJ. We have a month. He works nights usually, so, during the weeks it's hard to do stuff. But for the next 6 weeks, he is working days. And I'm like, you know what that means? You are taking me to Penn Yan. Not like I can't go by myself, but
It's a nice drive, too.
He seems to know exactly what I need to get on that menu because he went there so much. And I'm sure that.
And we're right on the Keuka Lake Arts, or the Keuka Lake wine trail. So you can do some wineries, some breweries.
It's happening. I don't know when.
Come get some fried chicken
47 days until we close.
Oh, my goodness.
No
Okay.
one's counting.
Not that I'm counting. I'm not.
47 days. I think we touched base on literally almost everything. The corn fritters. You do hand patty burgers too, right?
Yeah.
And then we get that meat locally too. From
it's really good.
Store.
So pretty much, that's...
Again, at first glance, it's a roadside burger and ice cream type of place. And, I guess to me it's been more because I've gone there so many times and I know how different it is and how great it is. But don't brush it off as your average type of place. Everything's the next level. Everything's the next level.
We try to tell people we're not fast food.
Right.
No.
Right. It seems like you have a wide variety of different things to choose from.
We make everything to order.
Because you have chicken, fried chicken. They think it's fast food.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, it's American fare. It's burgers,
and
you know what I mean. So like they think
that kind of stuff.
So before we do leave, because we already almost are out of time, I do want Jim to run down the weather. I'll let you I want you to run down the weather, and we can see, is it going to be a perfect weekend to get to Seneca Farms?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good weekend. I mean, we're heading towards the second half of September now, and you'd think the temperature would be cooling off, but we've got a pretty warm weekend ahead. I haven't closed my pool yet, and I'm not closing it till like Halloween week. I swear I'm leaving it open. Because number one, I'd like to hang out there, and once I put the tarp on, it's not any fun to hang out there. Cute. And second of all, I don't like the idea of putting the tarp, covering it when the weather's still warm, because things can grow. So I want it to get like almost to wintry, and then I'm going to close it. Something new this year.
Great logic there.
But anyways, I could swim in it this weekend because Friday you're looking at partly sunny skies, high of 81. South wind, just a slight chance of a passing shower. Heading into the overnight Friday night, it'll get down to about 63 degrees. And then Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 82. A little higher chance of a passing thunderstorm or shower, but they say 40%. And then, again, down to about 63 overnight. And then Sunday, the pick day of the week, mostly sunny, high near 80. Head back to work on Monday, more sun, high of 84. So by then we're going to be like September 20-something, and it's going to be in the 80s still.
You guys love that?
Yeah, I mean, especially on the weekends, we're nice and busy then. And
it looks like you're going to have a busy weekend for sure. And I'm sure everybody that's watching is very jealous of us eating.
Especially the fried chicken.
Yeah, us eating that chicken. I am so glad that you guys came on and I got to learn a little bit more. Like, I felt like I knew of you guys, but not, not like I do now. Right. Like, now I know why.
Visit them online, SenecaFarmsNY.com.
Yep. Any other last minute plugs going on that you want to throw in?
Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely come down and try the fall flavors, try just a traditional flavor, get some fried chicken, and just enjoy your weekend. The Finger Lakes is such a beautiful place this time of year that, we're really lucky to live where we live.
She just almost did my closing for
I know.
me.
One of my favorite things to do, especially in the fall, is to hit up the wine trail in Keuka. Keuka Wine Trail. Like all the wine trails, but I like to get the Keuka Wine Trail in the fall.
Right.
Because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you got Dr. Frank's on there, and Heron Hill? Yeah. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll hit up Seneca Farms, then we'll head down the wine trails in the afternoon, and then we'll have dinner at Union Block in Hammondsport, the original Union Block. Yeah. There's also one in Penn Yan. It's the same thing, but the original in Hammondsport.
He knows his way around.
Well, I was very excited when they opened up a Union Block in Penn Yan because it's a little closer. It was a little closer. It's a really good food. So, any more recommendations, just hit me up, email me, I'll tell you where to go.
We seriously will, but with that being said, that's already the time we have. I hope it was painless, it was great coming on, and we're so happy to have you guys.
Yeah, so congrats on the success of Seneca Farms, and like I said, it's iconic. It's you're now in charge of like a regional treasure.
With all that weight right on their shoulders. And next time you see Jim at Seneca Farms, you're going to be like, everybody, hold on. He's super obsessed with this chicken. Make sure you get him something good, right?
Don't mess it up.
Right? But like I said, that's all the time we have, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody who watched the show today. If you enjoyed the show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until then, we'll be back, of course, next Wednesday, and enjoy your weekend here in the Finger Lakes. See how my closing?